Let's talk about the first eclipse of 2026. These are the gateways that bring in new beginnings and change, and this is a huge one for us. And it starts on February 17th. Now, this is going to be the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius. It's a ring of fire eclipse, so they call it, and it marks the beginning of an entirely new chapter, both personally and collectively. Now, this eclipse, it's not subtle, it's not gentle, and it's not here to keep things the same. So if you've been feeling like life is shifting, loosening, pushing you towards something new, this is why. Make sure you stay until the end, because I'll also share how to work with this eclipse intentionally, including journal prompts that you can use right now. But what kind of eclipse is this? Let's start off with that. This is an annual solar eclipse, also known as the Ring of Fire eclipse. Visually, the moon doesn't fully block out the sun. Instead, we see a ring of light, just like that, around the edges. Energetically, this is important. It symbolizes truth still shining through, even when something is obscured, even when clarity feels temporarily blocked. Light, awareness, consciousness, it's still present. Now, astrologically, solar eclipses are supercharged new moons. They bring beginnings that feel faded, unexpected, or outside of our control. They close doors that were never meant to stay open forever and open doors we didn't even know existed. Now, this eclipse, it happens in Aquarius, the sign of freedom, authenticity, innovation, radical shakeups, and the collective and the future. Now, Aquarius energy asks one core question. Are you living your true, authentic version of yourself, the truest version of your life, or are you trying to be in an outdated system? Are you trying to still fit in that system? This eclipse can bring sudden awakenings, breakthroughs, or disruptions, especially around friendships, community, technology, purpose, and your long-term vision. And because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet of unexpected change, this very much could be one of those unexpected eclipses that brings a lot of shift and change in, maybe abruptly, but I tell you what, your soul is ready for it. You can feel it. You're ready for that change. Now, this eclipse opens a new cycle on that Aquarius-Leo axis, which will continue over the next couple of years. That means themes around individual truth versus external validation, authentic expression versus performance, or what people expect of you, and freedom versus approval, and that approval of others. You're not feeling it anymore. If something in your life has been asking you to evolve, relationships, career, identity, creativity, this eclipse is exactly what is needed. And it might be that moment when things finally do, when they finally shift. Now, how this might show up for you personally. Under this eclipse, you may experience sudden realizations or aha moments, shifts in friendships, relationships, social circles, whether that's in person or online, a desire to break free from old roles, new ideas. That's always a big thing with Aquarius. They come through pretty quick. And those ideas can really feel ahead of their time, or they can almost feel faded. And the end of something that just no longer aligns. Now remember, eclipses often work behind the scenes. So what doesn't make sense now will become clear over the next 3 to 6 months. Now, how do you work with this eclipse energy? This is how we're going to intentionally do it. You set flexible intentions instead of manifesting specifics. I know that seems kind of backward because us spiritual folk always try to help you manifest things, but we're going to think of why we're doing what we're doing here. And you can just say this. Say it aloud with me now. I am open to new paths aligned with my highest truth. There you go. Easy enough. Release what feels restrictive. And you can ask yourself, where am I shrinking in order to stay comfortable? Where am I betraying my authenticity? Now, a great thing to do is to journal through that discomfort. These eclipses have a way of bringing those things up, and this one might feel a little bit edgy. That's Aquarius, that's Uranus, and growth often makes us feel that way because it's pushing us outside of those comfort zones. And if anything's going to be true, this is what the eclipse is teaching us here. That it might be uncomfortable, but I tell you what, the new beginnings and the change that it brings are worth it, and you're ready for it. Now, if you want to start working through this eclipse energy, I created an amazing astrology planner for 2026. It's filled with these journal prompts for each of the new moons, eclipses, all of these things. So I'll have that link below, and it's just a great way to understand astrology and to journal through it, because journaling during the eclipses, it really helps to anchor insight into reality instead of letting it pass as just the moment. When we can actually facilitate the power and harness the power of these eclipses, especially in written form, it's amazing what we can actually manifest into being. Now, the collective themes that we're all feeling under the power of this eclipse, collectively, that's what Aquarius is all about, right? It's about all of mankind. And so these Aquarius eclipses, they often coincide with shifts in technology, innovation, changes in social structures, awakenings around freedom or even our personal sovereignty or even national sovereignty, redefining community and connection. This is about the future and who gets to help shape it. Now, remember when I talked about the Ring of Fire thing? Let's talk about that. Now, the Ring of Fire, like this, it reminds us that even when certainty fades, your inner light, it doesn't. And it's so temporary when the moon can actually eclipse the sun. This eclipse isn't here to take something from you. It may feel like that, but it's here to actually liberate you, to break you out of the chains of the past. What leaves now makes space for what actually fits who you are and who you are becoming. If you want to know exactly how this eclipse impacts your zodiac sign, of course, you can always reach out to me for a reading. I have the link below as well. But I also like to make little 1-minute horoscopes that I put on my shorts here. So you can go there. Be sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising sign, because that gives you a good picture of everything, right? Our sun is our outer self and our identity. Our moon is our inner self, how we operate on an emotional level. And our ascendant, of course, is our personality and how we show up in the world. So when we want to get our feet moving and we're ready to get shifting on things, we watch that ascendant sign. We want to see how this directly impacts us. We look at our sun sign. And if we're looking to how this might be happening on a subconscious level that we know we're not even aware of, that's when we look to our moon. So be sure to let me know in the comments what you're releasing in this time frame. What are you calling in? And I will see you in the next video. Remember, trust the shift.